Azerbaijani militaries found more than 2 million rounds of ammunition and 3,000 Russian-made weapons in Karabakh. Armenian separatists used children as a cover to militarize Karabakh. For what purpose did Armenia really need the Lachin road, and how did the anti-terrorist measures, conducted on September 19th to 20, save the region from a big war? AZfront gives an explanation. After the surrender of Armenian separatists in Karabakh on September 20th, Azerbaijani servicemen discovered a huge number of weapons, heavy equipment, and ammunition in the region. According to the Ministry of Defense of the Republic of Azerbaijan, as of October 2nd, more than 2 million rounds of ammunition, 3,000 different types of weapons, and about 4,500 pieces of equipment were found. Under the terms of the trilateral agreement between Azerbaijan and Armenia, mediated by the Russian Federation in 2020, Armenia undertook obligations to withdraw armed forces, implying the cessation of arms deliveries and maintenance of military bases on the territory of Karabakh. Then where is all this military arsenal coming from? Official Baku has repeatedly stated that Armenians are using the Lachin road, the only route leading from Armenia to Karabakh, to illegally funnel weapons into their ethnic enclave, which violates the trilateral statement. To put an end to this, Azerbaijan set up a checkpoint at the entrance to the Lachin road on April 23rd. After the checkpoints were established, cargoes entering Karabakh from Armenia began to be checked for weapons. These checks were blatantly hampered to militarize the region, so in response, the Armenian separatist leadership began to spread false information that Azerbaijan was preventing the entry of transport from Yerevan to the territory of Karabakh. This allegedly led to a blockade and starvation of the local population. However, facts are more powerful than words. Footage of unimpeded movement of civilian and humanitarian transport along the Lachin road was periodically spread, proving that there was no blockade at all. And the Karabakh Armenians themselves regularly published posts and stories of lavish celebrations where guests were treated to various types of kebabs and cakes. At the same time, a media campaign in pro-Armenian media was launched. This was an attempt to accuse Azerbaijan of committing an alleged genocide of Armenians. The authors of the articles insistently urged Baku to open the Lachin road, showing photos of unhappy children, but completely ignoring the import of weapons to Karabakh by Armenians. The reputable international media, such as Washington Times, Newsweek, Censor, CNN Iprima, and others, have repeatedly exposed the lies of the Armenian separatists. Even officials in Armenia denied the statements about famine and asked Karabakh Armenians not to exaggerate. In addition, most of the weapons found in Karabakh were manufactured by Russia. On September 24th, the Ukrainian periodical Liga stated, "The Tor M2 SAM system attracts special attention, as this modification of the Russian SAM system was adopted for service in Russia itself only in 2016. The Tor surface-to-air missile system is designed to destroy aircraft, helicopters, and cruise missiles. It was with the help of the Russian-made Tor that Iran shot down a Ukrainian plane, carrying out a flight from Tehran to Kiev on the 8th of January 2020. As a result of this disaster, 176 people were killed. Russia itself uses Tor missiles in war against Ukraine. In the case that a large-scale war breaks out in Karabakh, the use of such equipment could lead to the death of hundreds and thousands of people. And it is not only about Azerbaijanis or Armenians. Flights of European airlines regularly fly over the territory of Karabakh. The supply of Armenia and its ethnic enclave with weapons was one of the Kremlin's main tools for maintaining its influence in the South Caucasus. On the one hand, the Russian Federation has positioned itself as the leading mediator in the conflict between Yerevan and Baku, and, on the other hand, Russia has been the main arms supplier to one side of the conflict. Since 2011, Moscow has accounted for 94% of Armenia's major arms. However, it was not only the Russian Federation that played a role in the militarization of Karabakh. On May 13th, AZfront was the first to report the start of deliveries of French military equipment, namely 50 armored personnel carriers, to Armenia. A month later, this information was confirmed by Emmanuel Dupuy, ex-advisor of the French Ministry of Defense, in an interview with Caucase de France. And only after the successful completion of anti-terrorist activities in Karabakh, Minister of Europe and Foreign Affairs of France, Catherine Colonna, publicly declared readiness to arm Yerevan. This was preceded by President Macron's statement on France's choice to support Armenia militarily. Taking into account the scale of militarization of Karabakh, we can conclude that Armenia was preparing for a full-scale war. And at least one of the Armenian separatist leaders was ready to give orders leading to mass deaths. This is evidenced by the fact of firing ballistic missiles at the peaceful Azerbaijani towns of Ganja and Barda during the Second Karabakh War. These cities are tens of kilometers away from the front line, but the number of casualties as a result of the shelling exceeded 50 people. The order to launch missiles was given by Arayik Harutyunyan, the so-called ex-president of the separatists in Karabakh. Nowadays, as a result of anti-terrorist activities conducted by Azerbaijan on September 19th to 20, Harutyunyan has been arrested. As we reported in one of the previous videos, 7 leaders of Armenian separatists have been detained by Azerbaijani special services. This means that no one else will give the order to shoot to kill, using thousands of weapons illegally brought to Karabakh. The Caucasus and Middle East is closer to Europe and US than it seems at first glance. Subscribe and click on the bell in order to be informed of the main events. See you soon.